Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. T110E5 Batutian from the Trig clan. Shout out to you guys. Has his purple equipment hardening and is ready to go here on Ruinberg. Big peepee, little peepee. That's the theme for today. I didn't just say that, I didn't just go around saying big peepee, little peepee. That's the theme. This is big peepee. It's not so big. Actually, probably should say medium peepee, little peepee. But relatively speaking, this peepee is bigger than the next peepee that we will. There will be two peepees, and one peepee will be bigger than the other. This one being the bigger one. Okay? Good? It's a tier 10 game. T125 in a tier 10 game. That's where she shines. Actually, she shines in a tier 8 game, but I like to say that. Side scraping the corner like a boss. How are you guys doing, by the way? I know I always ask you at the beginning of the video, but let me know in the comments this section. This section? Let me know in the comments section this time. Because, hey, it's almost a big day. What are your big plans? What are your guys' plans, for all the festivities and all the stuff with the stuff? What is the big plans, guys? You got anything exciting? And he just snaps one into that poor FV215B, who did not side scrape. Even if he did side scrape, there's a weak spot on the kind of little side panel of the FV. But if he's gonna pull out his big lumbering protrusion out like that, he's going to be an easy target. So, not very many people know how to play the FV215B. Oh, you don't want to get... Oh, no, that didn't... He just snapped a shot. He was busy backing up and getting out of the way. Now, I can tell there's a problem here. He's going to go for the cupola. It's best on the... Oh, the changes! And he snaps it right through! Did you say this is one of those map changing things, which I think is kind of cool? All of a sudden that guy doesn't have very much cover. Except his teammate just exploded. I was going to say, guys, when he was in this position, let's just stop 1 second. Oh! See, when he's like hiding like that, he's trying to be hull down, but look what's visible. Because he's American. And what the point I'm going to make, you see how he's peering around the right corner? You see, I've got it in third person here, but let's go back to his view. He's peering around, looking to the right. His weak spot is exposed. Whereas if he goes to a corner and he's looking to the left, his weak spot is hidden by the building, if it's a corner. T110E5 does better from the north spawn than the south spawn on this map, because they always meet. They always come down like this, and the team that spawns from the north turns and looks to the left, and the team that comes from the south turns and looks to the right, on average. You look up the statistics, T110E5 on this map, much better statistics when it spawns from the north. Isn't that weird? Why would that be? That's really strange. Well, there's always a reason, right? Statistics don't lie. You can have a fantastic game if you're in the south. There's going to be highs and lows of both. But statistically speaking, that small little difference is going to make a difference. That difference is going to make a difference. Snap it! Boom! Get behind there! He did not play that right, did he, guys? He really put himself at risk. But he is going to try and reprogram his way of thinking here. He's scooting around to try and get into a different position. And look, they got steamrolled in the city. Not because his weak spot is on the left side and he is weaker when he's pointing around a right corner. But what I said, let's move on from that now. But rest assured that what I said is true. And it's, whether you believe it or not in this game, a small minute difference. And And now once again, see, look guys, he's side scraping. He's constantly looking around the right corner. His weak spot's on the left side. It's just the way it is. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, there can be minute differences in things that seem insignificant, but statistically, over a large... Oh, it's almost like your weak spot's on the left side. Statistically, over a large sample, it makes a difference. It will add up. Because everything else is the same. This is the phenomenon, okay? You play 1,000,000 games, northbound, southbound. Everything else averages out. Sometimes you're a muppet, sometimes you're good. Sometimes you get a high roll, sometimes you get a low roll. Sometimes you bounce, sometimes the RNG, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes the matchmaking sucks, sometimes the matchmaking's great. All of those things, they are all occurring, but if they are truly random, they average out. You get all of it. You get a mixture of everything. Sometimes you light them on fire, sometimes you don't. You look at 1,000,000 games, you light just as many enemies on fire from the north spawn as you do from the south spawn. That averages out. But one thing that occurs every time you spawn in the south is that you're looking around the right when you go in the city. And your weak spot's on the left, so it's exposed. And that happens every game when you spawn on the south. And when you spawn in the north, and you get to the city and you look around the left, your weak spot is hidden. And that's every game. And so when you look, he's really getting, that artillery's really doing a number on you. So when you add it all up, over 1,000,000 games, the one thing that consistently affects the results comes through. That's how vibrasize works. Do you guys know what that is? It's a geophysical remote sensing tool, or it can also be doesn't have to be vibrasize, but let's talk about remote sensing in the deep depths of the earth. You want to send a signal into the earth, a sound signal, and you want it to bounce off layers in the earth so you can receive the reflections from deep within the earth, so that you can measure how deep and what the shape is of the stratigraphy below the ground. For whatever reason, for oil exploration or for carbon sequestration or for just geological interest, to try and determine what the world looks like deep inside. You want to find out what's happening really deep in the earth, you need to put a lot of energy. You got to have a bunch of dynamite and explode the dynamite and hope the waves travel down into the earth and bounce off the crust and come back. You measure how much time it took for them to go back and forth, and then you try and determine how deep the different layers are. You need a big source to, otherwise it's hard to hear the reflections, right? Well, then a smart guy said, well, we could spend a lot of money using a lot of dynamite to, on the surface, we drill a hole and explode 100 pounds of dynamite and listen for the waves to go down and reflect off something and come back so we can hear them. And we got to do that test lots of times, and a lot of money to spend on dynamite. It's not very safe. Or you could do the same thing, but you use 1/8 of a pound of dynamite. Or you don't even use dynamite. You just use a hammer. You get some big guy out there with a hammer, and he hammers on the ground. Put a little metal plate on the ground and you hammer it. That's not very loud. You're not going to be able to hear that sound go down and reflect off the mantle and bounce back up. No, unless you get that guy to go out there and hammer on the ground 2,000 times. And you record it 2,000 times. And then you take those 2,000 recordings and you add them up. And then all of a sudden, all the noise and the randomness of the 1,000 recordings averages out to 0. Except for every time that sound travels through the earth and hits the boundary between this layer and that layer, which reflects 80% of the sound back, that reflection is recorded every single time that guy hits the hammer on the ground. You know, we listen to it with geophones. We listen we hear the initial hammer, and then a certain amount of milliseconds later, you hear the reflection. Every one of those 1,000 times, after 322 milliseconds, there was a faint reflection. But you add it up 1,000 times, and that stands out. It's a big spike. Everything else, the wind, the sound waves that bounce off different weird things at different angles. Sometimes he hits it really hard. Sometimes he doesn't hit it too hard. They're a little bit different. There's noise, bad recording. 72 out of the 1,000 ones, the amplifier wasn't hooked up right, and it's just static. All sorts of things that would destroy the recording of one. You drill a hole and you put 100 pounds of dynamite out there and you're ready to record, but something goes wrong and it doesn't work. All of those bad ones, they average out. The only thing that stacks, that's the term, the only thing that stacks is the signal you're looking for. And that's how geophysics works. That's how you explore for oil and gas and find things. Doing seismic, it's called. You do this, and you stack thousands of different small, insignificant recordings. And what stacks is what you're looking for. And it becomes obvious. Jumps out on the page. Oh, there's a boundary here. When you add up these 1,000 recordings, every single one of them has a signal here. When you add them up, there's a big signal there. I know that boundary is exactly 1,248 meters below the surface of the Earth. To within a few centimeters. It's a little bit of statistics. Scientists figured that out. It's amazing. And in this game, if you look at 1 million results and look at the statistics of a T-125 on this map, it will have better results from the north spawn. Now, this guy started on the south spawn, and he did pretty good. So there is that. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I was very pleased with my commentary in that first game. I think it was very profound, and I think I learned something, or at least you learned something. It's very interesting. Scientific signal analysis and signal theory, and how we can detect even the most minutest phenomena that you would think, you just think, well, how the hell would you ever hear that? The stack was an invention that was ingenious. I think it was made by Chevron Petroleum in the case of oil exploration, but it's something that is used in many different analyses of signals. You can detect something so tiny that a person that is ignorant of this science would say, no, that's impossible, you can never detect that. It is possible if you record it 7,000 times and add up all the recordings. And then the one consistent signal stacks up and all the noise cancels out. So, yeah. And that is why it is significant if someone has a 61% win rate and another guy's got a 47% win rate. The 47% win rate guy goes, this game's just got better matchmaking. This is meaningless. No, it's not meaningless. The guy's played 50,000 battles. He has a 62% win rate. It's because he's the only common denominator of the 30 players in every game. So you add up the 50,000 sample points, and his difference stacks up. So statistics don't lie. You just have to know how to interpret them. Now, what does this have to do with medium-sized peepees and small peepees? Well, let me explain. The first game, we saw a tank, which, medium-sized peepee tank, T125. And this game, we're watching a Centurion 7-1, who is playing with the little tiny peepee, little tiny gun. And initially, I was gonna do the commentary on big peepee and little peepee, and then when I started recording, I realized that T125 doesn't really have a big peepee. It kind of has a medium peepee. So then I thought, well, medium peepee, little peepee, and then I got distracted because he got, when he was in that corner, his like weak spot, he was trying to hide himself at the beginning, and I saw, oh, your weak spot is the only thing showing. And then my brain realized, oh yeah, this is the map where the T125 has a big disadvantage when it spawns in the south. And so I remembered that, and so this is what you get, you know. What do you want from me? That's how my brain works. So I abandoned my whole thought process and my what I had planned, and that went out the window. And small peepee, medium peepee, gone. Statistical analysis, that became the new topic of the video. But now that that topic's over and we've finished that discussion, now we're stuck with little peepee. So I guess we could call the video, now we're stuck with a little peepee. That could be the... Of course, if I called this video, now we're stuck with a little peepee, it would get demonetized, and it would not be shown in the up next or the YouTube feature list, because it would be politically incorrect for me to use the word peepee in the title, because that's how the world works. Now, nobody wants to know about signal processing and exploration theories. We're more worried about whether the word peepee is in the title of a social media post. That's what's important on Earth now. I don't know. Sometimes. Do you appreciate my work? Do you appreciate what I do for you guys? Yeah? The thought process that I use to put together these smorgasbords of commentary for you guys? Yeah? Most YouTubers getting confused, most YouTubers would say, okay, I'm going to do a video about the little peepee and the large peepee. And then they would, if they got confused during the commentary, they'd stop, erase it, and re-record. So I have to start, my days. I guess I have to start from the beginning. Well, right? No, not on this channel. On this channel, I get confused, you're stuck with it. You got the good and the bad. There's no cherry picking. Right? Boom. Get shot by the little peepee. T123 is got himself into a really good spot. Look, he's ready here. You do not get spotted, so he could blind shoot you though, which would hurt actually. I would not do that. I would not pull the trigger because he's ready. He's ready. Oh, he's not ready anymore. Oh well. Shoot his little side. There you go. Oh, he didn't press the trigger. Shoot the side. Oh, he didn't press the trigger. Just shoot the side. There. I'm perplexed why little peepee didn't shoot his load. Sometimes little peepees are Don't shoot. I thought little peepee shot faster. Ah, yes. Oh, you're spotted. That is incroyable. Let's see. Okay, stop. Where did he get spotted from? You know, when you get spotted, you have to look. I think he got spotted from right there. Look. Look at the mini-map. Maybe the badger is in those bushes. No. Let's see. Check those bushes. If the AE phase 1 keeps moving up. Could there be someone on this ridge line that spotted him? I think it's... I'm guessing where the AE phase 1... That little cubby... Let's see. Keep your eye on the minimap, guys. It's possible that I'm wrong. Did I miss something? You know, my mind is too... it's bouncing around. Let's see. Let's see. No, there's the badger. No, I missed something. So, I'm not sure who spotted him. Unless it was the T-10 and he moved. People could have moved. Who else is out there? There's a Type 61. There's a Cobra. Let's see if someone pops up at that F6, that little cubby right here. Let's see if someone pops up there later. And he's on a search and destroy. He's going. Oh, he's got someone following him. And no enemies here. Interesting, interesting. He's got the big tanks, the T-95, the IS-7, the AE Phase 1. Oh, and he's got little people going to shoot you many. Oh, he love you a long time. Oh yeah. I'm not sure who spotted him, guys. Yes, look at Type 61. Type 61 is going. Oh, I didn't expect little peepee. Who put little peepee here? Little peepee's shooting very fast. Type 61 has no chance now. No armor, no chance, no hope, no skill, no nothing. Little peepee just little peepee, low rolling little peepee. There's the Cobra. Why didn't you just kill the Type 61 so you don't take even where you're gonna get pummeled by the Cobra? But the Cobra did all of this and then forgot to shoot. What's the Cobra doing? The Cobra does not have a little peepee, it has a little brain. Like, what are you doing, Cobra? Why would you come all the way over here, go behind him, and then not shoot? Now he's shooting. Did he actually pull off a flanking maneuver when he wasn't loaded? Is that what Cobra did? Cobra went to protect his teammate because he had more HP. Cobra drove in front of Type 61 to try and get little peepee to shoot him so that his buddy would survive. So Cobra was being a good teammate. We have to give Cobra credit. Cobra was trying to help his teammate. That I see now. It's all clear to me now. And somehow, while I was just talking there, he somehow got close to 5,000 damage. So what can I say, guys? I mean, this guy said, for once, Centurion 7-1 worked with small peepee. So I was... that's what I was thinking. We got a little sidetracked. We tend to get sidetracked occasionally on the channel. But I think we had a good discussion. Leave some comments. Let me know if you thought it was profound, or whether you learned anything, or whether you knew all of that. And I'll catch you on the next one.